All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 19 and text 24. Vinaṣṭāsu sva-māyāsu bhūyaś cāvrajya keśavam ruṣopagūhamāno amum dadṛśe vasthitaṁ vasthitaṁ bahiḥ vinaṣṭāsu sva-māyāsu bhūyaś cāvrajya keśavam ruṣopagūhamāno ruṣopagūhamāno amum dadṛśe vasthitaṁ bahiḥ vinaṣṭāsu sva-māyāsu bhūyaś cāvrajya keśavam ruṣopagūhamāno amum dadṛśe vasthitaṁ bahiḥ vinaṣṭāsu sva-māyāsu bhūyaś cāvrajya keśavam ruṣopagūhamāno amum dadṛśe vasthitaṁ bahiḥ. Vinaṣṭāsu, when dispelled. Sva-māyāsu, his magic forces. bhūyaḥ, again, ca, and āvrajya, after coming into the presence, keśavam, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, ruṣā, full of rage, upagūhamānaḥ, embracing, amum, the Lord, dadṛśe, saw, avasthitam, standing, bahiḥ, outside. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. When the demon saw his magic forces dispelled, he once again came into the presence of the personality of Godhead, Keśava, and, full of rage, tried to embrace him within his arms to crush him. But to his great amazement, he found the Lord standing outside the circle of his arms. Purport. In this verse, the Lord is addressed as Keśava, because he killed the demon Keśī in the beginning of the creation. Keśava is also a name of Kṛṣṇa. Kṛṣṇa is the origin of all incarnations, and it is confirmed in Brahma-saṁhitā that Govinda, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the cause of all causes, exists simultaneously in his different incarnations and expansions. The demon's attempt to measure the Supreme Personality of Godhead is significant. The demon wanted to embrace him with his arms, thinking that with his limited arms he could capture the absolute by material power. He did not know that God is the greatest of the great and the smallest of the small. No one can capture the Supreme Lord or bring him under his control. But the demoniac person always attempts to measure the length and breadth of the Supreme Lord. By his inconceivable potency, the Lord can become the universal form, as explained in Bhagavad-gītā, and at the same time he can remain within the box of his devotees as their worshipable deity. There are many devotees who keep a statue of the Lord in a small box and carry it with them everywhere. Every morning they worship the Lord in the box. The Supreme Lord, Keśava, or the Personality of Godhead, Kṛṣṇa, is not bound by any measurements of our calculation. He can remain with his devotee in any suitable form, yet he is unapproachable by any amount of demoniac activities. Hare Krishna. So here, Srila Prabhupada, he is actually explaining the principles of bhakti. We see that the Lord, he is Atmarama. He is self-sufficient. He can do anything. Nobody can defeat him. He is Bhagavan. But when approached with love and devotion, then he can be a small form in the box. He can be worshipped by the devotee, because the Lord, he wants to give the opportunity. But at the same time, if a person with a demoniac mind approaches him, he cannot defeat him. The Lord, he is always going to win. So, this, very nicely actually, it's explained in teachings of Queen Kunti. In the book, Srila Prabhupada, even though there are verses from Bhagavatam, but Srila Prabhupada, he expands in the texts of teachings of Queen Kunti, and he talks some specific details. He talks about deity worship. He talks about the devotion of Kunti Devi towards Kṛṣṇa. We learn how Kṛṣṇa reciprocates with Queen Kunti and with devotee, any who approaches him with love and devotion. The Lord, he has always affection for us. He is full of affection. He is the only person who has no attachments. He has pure affection. So anything he does is always for our benefit. But we don't appreciate it most of the time. We think we are smarter. We think we know better. We don't want your help. We don't even ask for help. And then we act like Hiranyaksha. We have it under control. I have money, I have power, I have influence, I can do anything I want. But how do we end? Hiranyaksha also, he won. No, he conquered the demigods. But what was the end of Hiranyaksha? It's coming soon. So, the Lord, he shows that no amount of demoniac activity will help. On the other hand, now we see who is Hiranyaksha. So, Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu, Jai Vijay, who are they? They are pure devotees. How did they end up in this situation? Not by their fault, but they, well, because of the Kumaras, then the Lord, he sent them to act as a demon. So they are acting as a demon. But why did they agreed to it? They could have objected, they tried something, but then they agreed because they saw Lord wanted it. They could have gone to the court and say, no, look, we didn't do anything wrong, we are right. No, but they didn't do that. Why? Because they have love for the Lord. So they saw the Lord wanted it. We are all asking, we want Kṛṣṇa Prema. We want to love Kṛṣṇa. But who is Kṛṣṇa? Who can show Kṛṣṇa? Who can see Kṛṣṇa? Who can point out Kṛṣṇa? So it's very abstract. We don't know yet. We forgot Kṛṣṇa. We knew Kṛṣṇa. We forgot him. Now we are trying to remember who is Kṛṣṇa. That's why we are following the Vaidhi Bhakti. But we cannot say yet that we remembered, that we already remember. So we follow those who do. And based on that, then we follow in their footsteps. Because if they know Kṛṣṇa, so then by following the path they say how we can come to remember Kṛṣṇa, then we will also, so we have some faith, but not full faith. Because we still think that I can do it myself. But eventually, then we should remember, or we should realize that by our activity, we don't get there. So the Lord, he wants to get the fight, so he gets a devotee to do it. Because the devotee, he is fully surrendered. And the devotee, he doesn't really care whether it's going to be something pleasant or seemingly unpleasant for him. That's the highest level. That's Kṛṣṇa Prema. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he tells us, Aslishava padaratam pinashtamam. That's Kṛṣṇa Prema. So, for the devotee, whether he is serving him or whether he is guard at his door or whether he is now acting as a demon, it doesn't really matter. Because the Lord wants him to do. So he is fully surrendered. That's Atma-nivaranam, fully surrendered. So, but the Lord, okay, he gets to have fight. Because in Vaikuntha you cannot fight. That's not possible. So, but he wants to have little fight, so then he goes and he arranges for that. Then what happens? He shows how much love his devotees have for him. That they even act as the demons. And he also shows to everyone, look, the demon has such a power that he conquered the whole universe. But still I defeat him. So don't waste time trying to accumulate this power. It won't help you. So the Lord, when he does something, he does many things at once. Here we see it. And why is he doing it? He is doing it to show us, don't waste your time. He is showing us through his affection. He knows that we don't know. He knows that we are attached to materialistic activities. He knows that we want power, influence, money. I want this, I want everything. Aham mameti, it's me. I want to control it. Because of the false ego. But he is showing us. Because we don't learn by hearing. We don't learn. Shastra is here. Guru, sadhu, we hear. We don't learn. We still do our own little stupid things. Then the Lord, he is trying to teach us by seeing. He shows us. Look, that demon was greater than anybody, and I still killed him. So don't try. So more people, they learn by seeing it. It's, oh wow, he is really great. So maybe good time, so I surrender to him. But still, those are few. Most, they are waiting for when they experience it. I will still try it. I will be better than Hiranyaksha. I can do better than him. It's unlikely, but okay, you can try. Everybody has the free will. You can do whatever you want. But the consequence. So, then we go for the experiencing. So we try. And still we get defeated. And that's not even Kṛṣṇa or the Lord. That's just Mahamaya. And that's not even like her full potency. She is just little bit manipulating the modes of nature, and we are defeated every single time. But we don't learn also. And constantly, we are hoping that next time my enjoyment will be better. Yeah, I got defeated, I suffered so much, but next time it will be different. And we keep the hope. And the Lord, he is just watching. He is just observing, little smiling. He's not nasty at us. He's just, when will this guy realize that there is no enjoyment? That's what he's thinking. But it depends on us. how quickly we realize that. Because it's all about the free will. You want to realize it? Look, here you can see everything. Any verse in Bhagavatam, you can see everything about what's bhakti. Srila Prabhupada, he talks so much about sambandham vidaya prajana, vastu trayi. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu talks about how important it is to understand what is our relationship with the Lord. Sambandha Gyan. How it is important then to realize, what should I do? The abhidheya. And why do we do abhidheya? Not to achieve the prajna, the goal. Everything is being explained. But we either think that we know or we don't care. That's a problem. We have to start caring. Guru Sadhu Shastra. The Shastra explains that. Open any book. Open Bhagavad-gītā, Bhagavatam, Upadeshamrita. It's an excellent book. Shikshastakam. Just simple 8 verses. Everything, the whole process is explained. But we want something different, something special, something new, something nobody else has. I want some specific, I want some special instruction. Guru Maharaj, what should I do? Just chant Hare Krishna. Yeah, but something, I want to do something special. Just chant Hare Krishna. Shravanam Kirtanam. So we have all these instructions. Srila Prabhupada tells us, we are not this body. Okay, I know. So what? What's next? But if you are not this body, what does it mean? Yeah, I know I'm not this body, but I need money, I need this, I need that. No. Who needs that? The jiva needs that or the body needs that? So we have to study this Shastra. Everything is there. Everything is explained. Now, it's time to realize it. Gyan, not important. Gyan on its own, it's useless. Unless you apply it. What's the point of having, oh yeah, I know some prasad is nice. What's the use of knowing if you don't eat? You have to practically apply it. So knowledge, Shastra says so much of knowledge is there. Acharyas, they give us so much of knowledge. But what's the use if we don't apply it in our lives? When Rupa Goswami, in Nectar of Devotion, he tells us exactly what to do. Upadeshamrita, he tells us exactly what to do, what not to do, how to do it. So for what? Just so we memorize the verses and I say, hey, I know it. What's the use of knowing it? Are you following it? Everything is there. From the complete beginning. Vacho Vegam, Manasakrodha Vegam. Up to the highest level of prema. Just 11 verses. Everything is there. What do we want? Kṛṣṇa is basically taking us by hand and then showing us what we should do. But we are looking somewhere, no, I want to do this. Like just foolish children. It's time to grow up. So the process, the understanding of who we are, who is Kṛṣṇa, our relationship, and the goal where we are supposed to be going to, everything is explained in the Shastra. Are we looking for it or not? What for is the Shastra? To memorize it or to apply it? Are we thinking to realize what the Shastra says? We have choice. Every single moment we have a choice to make. But if we want to, nothing can stop us. Everything is explained into detail. Everything is shown. Bhagavatam, they are just stories of various devotees, how they proceeded in their devotional life. Find a hero, follow someone, be inspired by the devotees. Dhruva Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Kapiladev, Kardama Muni, Devahuti. So many. But do we want to? Or we think, I know what to do, nobody needs to tell me. If I get money, I get power. If I get power, I will be happy. But money doesn't make you happy. If you use the money properly, yes, good. But the process how you make the money make you very miserable. So that's not the way. But when we look at the Goswamis, Kolavecha Sridhar, they didn't have any money, but they were happy. So the money does not mean happiness. Being able to realize who am I, who is Kṛṣṇa, and my relationship with Him, that brings happiness. How do you know what to do or what not to do? How do we know? How do we know what's devotional service? What is devotional service? Any? Yes?
We know what to do by following the instructions of Guru. And what is pure devotional service? Anyabhilashita sunyam jnana kramadhyana vitam anukulyena Kṛṣṇanu shilanam bhaktir uttamam. When first-class devotional service develops, one must be devoid of all material desires and monistic philosophy, and he should engage favorably in Kṛṣṇa's service as Kṛṣṇa desires. I think I got it.
Right? What's after that? Because, you see, when we learn, we see the examples, we follow. But ultimately, what we are looking for? We are looking for developing relationship with Kṛṣṇa. The mother has a child. Out of the relationship, out of affection, she knows what to do. She is not thinking, she is not looking at some book. Okay, child is crying, what does it mean? She knows, okay, he's hungry, or he's tired. So she knows, she realized, because of the deep relationship. We forgot about the relationship. That's why we have to work to remember what it was. But once the relationship is established, then everything becomes automatic. We will do everything to please Kṛṣṇa, and we will avoid anything which displeases him. So we will always remember Kṛṣṇa, and we will not forget him. That's pure devotional service. That's actually what the devotee is looking for. And for that he needs Guru Sadhu Shastra. He needs the guidance. But ultimately, the guidance leads him to that he must develop the desire. If he doesn't want to develop the deep desire, the deep relationship, any amount of guidance will not help him. But now, if he wants to, then he will find the instructions. He will see the various devotees, their lives. He will be inspired by, follow that, and he will achieve the same result as the devotees. So that's what devotional service is. We need to develop the love for Kṛṣṇa. We need to remember the relationship with Kṛṣṇa. And based on that relationship, we will just do everything to please him. We will not want to do anything else. Because same like the mother, she wants to see the child happy. So we will always try to make him happy. We are not able much. We cannot do much. We are tiny, tiny little spark. No. But whatever. At least, if we, even physically we cannot do, with consciousness. Manasa. We see the story of the Brahmana in Karo devotion. He cooked for the Lord in his mind, because he was so poor, he didn't have anything. But he did such an opulent meal for him. And the Lord reciprocated. So, and then, what do you need now to meditate or to cook for the Lord in your mind? Nothing. Out of your relationship, you can find and you can provide anything. So that's the love. That's what we are looking for. And that's why we should be inspired by the devotees in Bhagavatam. We see how the devotees, like in Bhagavad-gītā, Arjuna, he plays the role of being ignorant for our sake. So then Kṛṣṇa can speak Gita. But we make judgments and we think, oh, this is not like that, and I want to do it differently. Everything is for our sake. Everything is meant for us to realize. The Lord will not impose anything on us, because He respects the free will we have. But He will teach us by situations. He will show us, okay, look, this demon, he was so powerful, I can still defeat him. Give up the idea of becoming a demon. No. And like that, He is showing us what is the right way, what is the wrong way. But do we want to see it? That's the question. So everything is provided, but if we don't want to see it, then it will take us a long time. Hare Krishna. Any questions?
Hare Krishna. Thank you for the class. You know, when I look at the examples you give, like the example of a mother and a child, you can relate to that situation because you're in a physical body, the child is in a physical body. But when we look at Kṛṣṇa, You know, he's not in a physical form. You gave another example of Arjuna and Kṛṣṇa. They were in a form. Arjuna could see Kṛṣṇa. But we cannot see Kṛṣṇa. Now, from sort of disliking or hating Kṛṣṇa for many reasons, to go to the other extreme of loving Kṛṣṇa, to develop that loving emotion, we have to have some interaction with him and some feelings to develop for him. I'm wondering, how do we do that besides like coming to the temple and besides getting knowledge of him and understanding of him? How do we do that? How do we accelerate that? Because it seems too difficult to want to love someone who is abstract.
Yes, well, it's true in one sense, but it's when Kṛṣṇa is abstract, it's very difficult for us to relate to him. But Kṛṣṇa is so merciful, he appears as Arjava Vigraha. So now go downstairs and you see Radha Madhava, Ashtasakis, you see Panchatattva, you see Nrsimhadev. So now, whom do you want to see? And in teachings of Queen Kunti, Srila Prabhupada actually he explains how the devotee worshipping the Arjava Vigraha, he can reciprocate, Kṛṣṇa reciprocates. There is the mutual reciprocation. But it's only if the devotee really wants that. If he just comes, just wave some lamp, give something for so-called offering, okay, that's enough, and then you don't see the reciprocation. But if we want to develop, we have strong desire, please Kṛṣṇa, I want to realize my relationship with you. Please help me. I cannot do it myself. Kṛṣṇa can. Kṛṣṇa, he expands. As Diksha Guru, Shiksha Guru, as a Chaitya Guru. Chaitya Guru, he can show us, he can lead us, he can guide us every step if we want to. But we act like teenagers. Father, mother, they are telling us what to do. I don't need your help, I want to prove myself. I am best. I know everything. I don't need your help, So, okay, go, have your realizations, do what you need to do. Kṛṣṇa is like that. He is just, okay, you have your ego, your false ego. Okay, do it. But know that when you go through suffering, I'm still here for you. I will never give up for you, on you. So then, we know that, subconsciously, but we still are trying. I want to prove I can do, I am Ishvara. I can enjoy. But because our ego is being beaten so much, then some doubts are creeping, developing. Maybe it's not the ideal way. So and then at that time, then we have an option. Again, we have a choice to make. And the choice is that we can start developing desire. This is too much. I'm so much beaten by the material energy. I don't like it anymore. Now I want to really understand who I am. I want to understand, okay, who is God? Who is Kṛṣṇa? I don't know Kṛṣṇa, but I want to know him. I really sincerely want to know him. And my relationship with him, I don't know what it is, but I want to know. I have strong desire to know. When you develop the desire, Paramatma immediately explains, reveals. No. You approach properly. Tadvidi pranipatana pariprashna seva uparikshante jnanam jnanastatvadarshinaha. No. Also the Chaitanya Guru can reveal. But do we want to know? Paramatma always talks to us. But we choose not to hear it. At the best, no, sometimes we are realizing Paramatma is some like intuition. Oh, I have some feeling, some intuition. Oh, I have some good idea. But we say, that's me. I am so great that I have such a great ideas. I have so much good power, I have such a great intuition. We don't give the credit to Paramatma, it's us. I'm great. No. Because we are so covered. But if we develop the desire, I really want to know, please Kṛṣṇa instruct me, I'm depending on you, I'm crying, please Kṛṣṇa let me know. Kṛṣṇa immediately can realize, can make us realize who we are, who is He, and our relationship with Him. But as long as we are holding back, yeah, I want to know Kṛṣṇa, it will be nice, no? But I still have my own things here, my friends, my enjoyment, my things to do, no? So yeah, I remember Kṛṣṇa every day, 2 hours when I do the japa, somewhat, but after that, I still need to do my own thing. When there was Tukaram Maharaj, when he was leaving for Vaikuntha, because the Vimana came for him. So he was walking towards, and then he asked the Vishnudutas, I have few friends, and I promised them that if I go to Vaikuntha, I will take them with me. Can I take them? And they say, sure, bring your friends. So then he goes to his friends, and he asks, my friend, please come with me, the Vimana is right there. And everybody saw it at that time. Please come with me. He said, I'm so happy for you, but I cannot go. No. Next month, harvest is coming, and I have to take care of it, otherwise my family will starve. No. So, like that, nobody went. Everybody had an excuse. If now Kṛṣṇa comes here and say, okay, everybody, let's go to Goloka, how many will go? How many will have excuse? Oh, I didn't lock up my scooter or something. No. If you think about it, no, how many have the desire? So it's up to us. So the only thing which we can control is our desire. Nothing else we have under control. Everything here in the material world belongs to Paramatma. He is the controller of every atom, everything what's happening here. But based on our desire, He fulfills the desire. So it seems like that we are in control. But sometimes we are not. But it's okay, no. Part of it, that's what we think. But it's our desire which makes it happen. But not always. We are not in control. So if we desire material energy and we have the karma for it, we deserve it, then we get. If we don't have the karma, we don't get. But ultimately, that we should desire nothing material. I don't want that anymore. I want Kṛṣṇa. And Kṛṣṇa can arrange that, if you are sincere. So that's why the Bhagavatam is there. That's why the stories are there. That's why the inspiration is there. That's why the acharyas are telling us what to do and what not to do. So then we develop inspiration to develop the desire. The whole life is about developing the desire. If you have that strong desire at the time of your death, you are successful. If you don't have the desire, then again, you go through the whole process of taking birth and dying again. You see, Ajamil, no, he was successful partially. He was successful, and mainly because of his training as a brahmachari. He was very good brahmachari. He was a good brahmana. He fell down. But then at the end, he was calling Narayan, his son's name, whom he gave. But because of that, then he was successful. What are we going to be calling at the time of death? What is our desire going to be? Oh, I didn't see this. I didn't do that. I didn't make enough money. I didn't. Then you get the opportunity. Okay, so you can go and do it. It's our choice. And Guru Sadhu Shastra is helping us to form the choices, to form the desires. It's all about that.
Thank you, Maharaj. One thing that occurs to me, I was listening to a class Prabhupada gave in New York in July 76. And he was talking about how Kṛṣṇa is the property of the Guru. So, this kind of connects with Prabhupada's his biggest aha moment when he read Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary on Bhagavad-gītā 241, Vyavyaśyatmika buddhir ekiha guru nandana bahu shaka yanantascha buddhayo vyavyaśyayinam. Those who are on this path are resolute in determination and their aim is one. O beloved child of the Gurus, those who are irresolute, their intelligence is many branched. I don't know if I got it quite right, but close. And so Prabhupada understood from Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, that one should make the order of the spiritual master one with his heart and soul. So Prabhupada was an amazing example of that. Throughout his life, it was just Vyavyaśyatmika buddhi. And as a result of that, such deep realizations of how to serve Kṛṣṇa, like unbelievable. Yeah. Like in New York, the Avalon, the mantra rock concert, he did that even though it was like so crazy and so degraded, the situation. And as a result of that, a huge explosion of Kṛṣṇa consciousness took place worldwide, because that's when the Beatles got involved after that. And so that's my sense, that if we actually make the order of the Guru, the instructions of Srila Prabhupada, one with our heart and soul, and really try to please Srila Prabhupada or Diksha Guru, in that line, then all of a sudden there'll be an awakening more and more and more of our relationship with Kṛṣṇa. Yes. And how we can best please him. And we'll start experiencing that reciprocation in mind-boggling ways, because Kṛṣṇa is pleased, because we're executing in parampara what he wants us to do. So that's how it becomes really vivid, and realizable. And then we see, well, we actually do it. Ooh, boy, Anandamayo Bhyasat, I am so blissed out by this experience. So that's kind of the trajectory that Prabhupada showed us, of how to live our lives. And when I'm in that modality, it's incredible, how much I experience Krishna's presence, in the japa. Prabhupada said, in the purport to Madhya 22, 113. This is the famous Smartavya Sritam Vishnu or Vishmartavyo Najatuchit Sarve Vidhi Nisheda Shur Etayoreva Kinkara. One should always remember Krishna, one should never forget him. All the rules and regulations should simply be servants of these two principles. And then Prabhupada says in the Purport, one wants to remember Krishna, needs to chant Hare Krishna. Okay. Then he says a few sentences later, of all the instructions of the spiritual master, the chanting of 16 rounds is the most essential. In other words, it deserves the highest possible priority that we can give. Everything, our whole day should be dedicated. So I get up early, I don't eat a huge feast before I take rest. I don't talk to anybody, I just focus. And then everything gets revealed. You know, we understand more and more and more about Krishna. We can more vigorously dedicate ourselves to the order of Guru, which means, of course, reading Prabhupada's books and everything. But that seems to be the essential thing. You know, to awaken that love for Krishna is by very, very seriously following the example Prabhupada gave in his own life as the Shaktavesh avatar of how to do it. Anyway, those are some of the thoughts that occurred to me.
At the same time, the japa should not be just about the 16 rounds. The japa has to be about, please Krishna, help me to understand who I am and who are you. No? We should be crying for that. So, great. Yeah.
Local languages.
Very good, very good. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Yeah, we do. Okay, ask probably last question.
Raja, I like the answers you're giving, but I'm just thinking in terms of, you got on one hand, you got us ignorant people who are born in this world ignorant, and then you got parents and you got gurus who are meant to be teaching those who are ignorant. And we say, normal process is Mata, Pita, Guru, then comes Krishna. So our first gods, our mothers and fathers, are not doing their responsibility. And like Bhagavatam says, don't become a father, don't become a guru if you can't deliver your subjects. So now at an advanced stage, when we, like you say, a teenager, we can't really groom them. It's too late. Because when they're in their formative stages, the parents haven't imbibed in them this faith in Krishna. So at a later stage, for the guru to take over and then to try to do that becomes very difficult and very challenging. And we say that normally we should have faith in the guru. But how can we have faith in the guru when the parents didn't develop that faith? So the point I'm trying to make from what you're saying is that as parents, we have a great responsibility. And in ISKCON, this is what we meant to be doing. The Grihastha ashram forms the community. We should be developing the Grihastha community to develop this faith in the children that they're bringing up. And Srila Prabhupada spoke about boiling the milk. So, to me, that is where the problem exists. And we need to cultivate our people there to have faith in Krishna. And then the guru, his job becomes that much easier.
You see, like you said, it's a chain. So mother, she is the first guru. No. By Shastra, she's the most respectable. Because she is the, and no, she has the full affection, so she takes care of the child. She teaches him how to eat, how to sleep, how to go to the toilet, all that basics, she teaches him. it's not easy. And the kid is crying. He wants to eat, day and night. And the mother, at the middle of the night, because the kid is crying, he wants to eat or something. So then she just peacefully, she wakes up, she feeds him, because the love is there. Then the father, seeing that he takes, he continues with the developing of the character of the child, then the guru takes. And the child, he is having faith, he is having trust. And because of that, then he understands, okay, they care about me, that's very nice, and then Kṛṣṇa must be also very nice. I want to know Kṛṣṇa. But if the mother doesn't take care, if the father doesn't take care, if there is no guru, then I don't need anyone. I don't trust this guy and that guy. No. I don't trust anyone. I trust myself. I know. And then you develop that attitude that I don't want anybody to tell me. And then it's broken. The trust is broken. The faith is broken. And then it's very difficult. So that's why Prahlad Maharaj talks. He speaks from the beginning of life. We should be practicing. And how do you practice? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he teaches us Trinadapi Sunichna, Tarapi Saishna, Amani Namaradena, Kirtanaya Sadhari. Develop these 4 qualities. We don't have them, but at least we should desire to have them. Because this is what forms one's character. With that character, you can go farther. At least want to know, want to have that character. The desire, again, at least the desire helps. So that's what we should be developing. That's what we should be looking forward to. Instructions are there. But do we want to do it? No, I don't trust anyone. No. Then the chain is broken. It's very difficult. So we want Kṛṣṇa for what? I want to show how great devotee I am. I will get respect. No, if I serve, I get facility. No, it will look good for me. But I need Kṛṣṇa just for that. I don't need Kṛṣṇa really to know him. It's very conditioned. But so we have to develop the trust. We have to have the inspiration. I can trust Kṛṣṇa. That's why Bhagavatam, Bhagavad-gītā, Arjuna, he surrendered to Kṛṣṇa. He had faith in him. We see Jagaya Madai. They didn't have faith in God at all. But when Madai, he saw kind of what's happening, immediately understood he loves us. I trust him now. I want to know him. Surrender. So how much time and how much effort it will take to put us in the same place? It depends on us. So many times we come across the situation which, okay, that's Kṛṣṇa's arrangement. But we just say it for the sake of saying it, but we may not necessarily believe it. We got such a great opportunity. We are in Mayapur. What does it mean? It's another place. No. We don't even understand the significance of us being allowed being in Mayapur. We don't appreciate that. We become too familiar with it. Dham, Vrindavan. So, do we want to? If we want to, immediately you can get the instructions. Shiksha Guru, Diksha Guru, Chaitya Guru. Everything is meant for that. Everything is aligned for, if you want, you can get. But if you don't want, nobody can make you want. Only you have to develop the desire that you want. You can bring the horse to the water, but you cannot make the horse to drink. If he doesn't want to drink, he will not drink. So we are here. There's so much of knowledge, so much realization, so much of water is around, right? But if you don't want that, if you don't want to drink, you will not. Nectar is there. But so how do we realize I want the nectar? By inspiration from lives of devotees, association, physical association, or Bhagavatam. In nectar in Uparashamrita, Rupa Goswami. Now he speaks about association. Right? First he says, no, you follow this principle yourself. Then he says, okay, don't do nonsense. He says what we should not do. Then he says, you should do this, because that will help you. And then he says how you apply it. Fine, okay. So that's how you relate. These are like the boundaries of relationship among devotees. And the loving exchanges, they will enhance your devotion. It's fine, okay. But then, in the next verse, what he speaks? How to actually appreciate. He speaks about respect. So these loving exchanges, fine, you are saying, okay, but that has to be done with respect. So he says that Kanishtarikari, you mentally honor. Madhyamadikari, you offer obeisances to. But seek association and render service unto the Uttamadikaris. And then he goes into how we define Uttamadikari. And he says it in one word. Not two words. No. Nindadi. One who is free of the propensity of criticizing others. Because Kṛṣṇa does not like it. So one who is free of the propensity of criticizing others, etc., means the Namaparat, he is Uttamadikari. He is the one which we should seek the association, we should render the service, because they are definitely pleasing Kṛṣṇa. They know how to please Kṛṣṇa. And means we should try to avoid any Namaparat, especially Vaishnavaparat. So Rupa Goswami, he says that it's there. We don't see it. We just memorize the verses. We just kind of like say something, but we don't get into the depth. We don't see it in relationship with us. Hare Krishna.